We won't put the clock on you. Just resume your seat no later than 9:30. Bel Ribeiro-Addy.
Thank you very much, Mr Deputy Speaker. In my not as short as I thought time, I want to focus on the majority of people who I think have been affected by this budget. Unlike the government, who, in the words of my right honourable friend, the member for Hackney North and Stoke Newington, has said this is a polluter's budget, a banker's budget and an arms manufacturer's budget. But thankfully they are not actually in the majority. However, the majority are worse off because of this budget. The party opposite has broken its manifesto pledge to maintain the triple lock on state pensions, affecting over 1 million people. State pension levels in this country are shamefully low, and many don't receive the full amount. Millions of households are also affected by the cut and the uplift to universal credit. These are amongst the poorest people in our society. A large proportion of them are in work and/or are disabled people, and millions of children are affected. All this we know not because of the Chancellor's speech, but from the absolutely vital analysis provided by the OBR, the IFS, the Resolution Foundation, and the fantastic House of Commons Library. The Chancellor's speech is an exercise in PR, not a serious presentation of his own actions. What the Chancellor failed to mention is that his own tax changes mean that average households will be paying £3,000 more per year by 2026 in taxes. So much for building back better and so much for levelling up. The reality is that this is another austerity budget from yet another Tory Chancellor. Because we shouldn't forget that the same Chancellor in this same budget cut the bank levy and the bank surcharges, the beneficiaries of which will be bank shareholders and bankers' bonuses, which we know have always been a key concern for the party opposite. But ordinary people are being made worse off by this budget. As a result, inequalities can only grow. But that's exactly what this budget is, a budget for inequality. Among others, women will be the biggest losers from this budget. A gender audit of Wednesday's announcements by the House of Commons Library showed that 27 million women will be disproportionately affected. The research shows that an average British woman over 18 will be £1,800 worse off over the next 6 years because of the Chancellor's tax rises. And those who are older will be hit with £2,500 less in pension benefits. The research also shows that low-income households will be disproportionately hit, and that disabled people and people from minority ethnic groups are likely to be in more lower-income households. So the party opposite are no more the party of women than they are the party for workers, they are the party for bankers and the party for inequality. And the public understands this, Mr Deputy Speaker, because in a post-budget poll for YouGov, a net 32% said they expected their household finances to deteriorate over the next 12 months, and a net 38% expected the economy to deteriorate over the next 12 months. That's hardly a vote of confidence. And finally, Mr Deputy Speaker, I want to pose a question that perhaps you or the clerks can help with, certainly hopefully the benches opposite. And my question is, where is the Equalities impact assessment on the budget? And I don't mean the 4 out of 200 pages that mention inequalities, and I don't mean the basic note that was recently added, but a full and comprehensive assessment that by law should accompany every single bill. It's nowhere to be found in the bundle of Treasury documents, and I know that what I've outlined as the substance of the budget might be embarrassing for ministers opposite, but equality impact assessments are a statutory obligation. So the only question I ask is, where is it? Thank you.